Hello everybody, this is Lila of the Walking Wounded. I've had major surgery on my hand for carpal tunnel, and the other hand is going, and they just injected that yesterday with steroids, so I haven't been able to work with my hands like I'd like, but I do have a few things that I was able to sort of put together here and there. Thought I'd show them to you today, so I'm glad to be back. Okay, the first little item is a brooch, and this one is just a little heart, and kind of have to use one hand. It's stuffed, and then hand sewn around the edge. It's stuffed gently, and then a pin, of course, glued on the back. And this is a brooch with some old hat flowers here, piece of lace, and some streamers. So that's actually a brooch, but it can go as an ornamentation on a bag, or even encloses it with a greeting card or something like that. So that's that one. And another one, I try and do more than one. This one is a different shaped heart a little bit. It's made with a print fabric, and of course there's the pin on the back, hand sewn around the edge. I think I did a blanket stitch, or I'm not sure what stitch I did around the edge on that. And also some old hat flowers here, and a piece of lace and some streamers. The lace and streamers. So the formula I use is stuff a little heart, put some old flowers, some dyed seam binding or some ribbon, and some old lace, and so it's 3 pieces. And that's it. So those are those. Then I like to make these shabby attic bags, and I've been making them for years and years and years. They've actually been in a magazine that one of the magazines I contribute to as well. So this one is similar to one I just sold recently, and it went to a nice lady in India who said she really liked it. So it's kind of hard to show you, but anyway, here's the handle. And it's a piece of twisted kind of a cord with a nice brocade sort of cord, and I've sewn on some little scraps here and there because it's shabby. So those on. I put a little dab of glue to hold them first because not being able to use my hands very well, I needed help. After that, of course, you make the base, and the base is lined with that was actually some old taffeta petticoat, and then it's padded with some quilting material, quilting batting I think it's called, and then on top of that there was some muslin, and then after that all I did was I started layering from the top down, just layering and layering and layering, just different things that I had around, old vintage as much as possible, and tried to keep in a color palette which is sort of kind of pale apricot and a sort of a tea-dyed color, sort of ecru, and pretty much everything I put on that is old. I always put a sign on there, and this one says Café La Nuit, and this is from the south of France. You'll find that cafe there. I added a little bakelite doodad here with often a 30s earring, and just a little trinket there. And then on this side, of course, I used one of my handmade flowers, and the flower has a diamante trinket that was an old earring, and then a pearl button in the center. It's twisted, then it's got tea-dyed lace and ribbons and so forth hanging down there. So that's on that. Then on the back is old, actually it's some old velveteen, old pale peach velveteen, and then I put a patch of an old tablecloth in the center, and on the top here it's threaded through with some, like some eyelet, with some ribbons threaded through, and a little, what's that, a little bow. Hope you can see them. kind of hard. I'm having troubles turning it around. This bag has a secret. They don't all have secrets, but if I can, I put a secret in these. And the secret comes from this. This is my box of words that I've either embroidered or cut from something. They're all on fabric, and as I said, some of them are embroidered, like that one's embroidered. And I keep this whole, and it's mostly French, I must say. There's some other things there too. But anyway, that's what I use when I'm making something, so that's where that sign came from. And then if you pick up the layers gently, under each layer you will find a nice word, an inspiring word. This one says charity. This one says remember. Under here it says so be it. And under here it says bonjour. There we go. So that's just a little bit of added fun, really, isn't it? And so nothing is really hemmed. It's all sort of added on. The way I make it is I divide, I think I may have done this before. I may have done a video, actually. I divide the front into two pieces this way. So there's a panel that goes down the side here, and it's about 4 inches wide. And the rest of it is where I layer everything, and I do start at the top to layer, and then I lift up and layer and layer and layer. I find that's the easiest way to do it. So that's all layered, and then the 4-inch piece down the side is embellished long ways, and that way I can catch the sides. Let me show you. I can catch the sides of the layers under that to sort of keep them in place, but also to hide them. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I can't really explain it anymore, but anyway, that's the way I do it. So it's basically one piece here, and then this is one block. And this is the narrow block down here. And it's about 13 by 13 in size. It has a good weight to it too. So I'm just going to pick up the camera, see if I can show you. There you go. It's a very humid day in Hawaii, and there's a trade wind blowing, and I know there's some hurricanes out in the Pacific. They're still quite a ways away from us. Anyway, aloha from Hawaii, and thank you for watching.